Psalm 147:7 says, "Sing unto the Lord with thanksgiving, sing praise upon the harp unto our God." We are all extremely thankful to be able to perform tonight. I want to say a particular word of thanks to our sponsors, without whose support we would not be able to do this. You're going to find information about our sponsors in the program tonight. We're giving them our thanks. We'd love for you to give them your business. There are a couple of sponsors who were last minute and didn't make it into the program, but they pulled together to finance the construction of our set. And both of these organizations who've done that are ministry-minded organizations. One is March for a Million. We've got a printout out in the lobby next to the programs. Take one of those. You can find out a little bit more about March for a Million. Their goal is to win 1 million souls for Christ in Indiana. And that is a tremendous vision that is more important than anything else that is going on. So look them up. They've got an event coming up in March. They would love for you to get involved. We're proud to be partnering with them. The other sponsor that's not in the program is Indiana Homeschool Soccer. If you pick up the printout with March for a Million on it, the other side talks about Indiana Homeschool Soccer. That's a ministry as well. It's just one more organization that is furthering Christ's kingdom outside the four walls of the church. And that's what we're doing too. So it's a perfect pairing for us to be partnering with them. They're looking for support for their 2022 state championship program. So please look them up, get involved, give them your support, because they're a great organization. That's pretty much all I got. Mr. Jonathan Rollins is going to come open us in prayer, and then we're going to get the show started. Here's Johnny.
All right, let's pray. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for coming down on earth so that we can have a hope and a life with you. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity to perform in such a difficult time with so many people struggling, and that we get the blessing to perform here at Ivy Tech. And just help us to have a great night, enjoying ourselves on stage and off stage, and help us to have a wonderful day and a wonderful night of having fun. And hopefully we can do the best of our ability for this show and for everyone watching. Help us to build your kingdom on earth. In Jesus' name, amen. And now to present Wallace Hotel.
The roaring 20s. The USA is bursting with life. The war to end wars is over, and our boys have come home with a taste of victory in their mouths and an appetite for everything life can give them.
The economy is booming. Industries ablaze, stocks are up, and the sale and production of alcohol have been outlawed across the entire nation. But of course, it's not easy to get people to stop drinking. So where there's a demand, a supply will soon step in. And so a new profession is born: bootlegging.
Moonshiners will find a new way to produce beer, corn liquor, and other home brews.
Rum runners are transporting alcohol from the suppliers to anyone sly enough to sell the stuff without getting caught.
Men and women are frequenting underground taverns, the speakeasies, to quench their thirst. But these tavern owners are cautious.
Hey, can you get me one of those stiff drinks?
Mister, the 18th Amendment prohibits the sale and production of alcohol. Or hadn't you heard?
Oh, I forgot to mention chipset.
Ah, chips and shit. In that case, slap your money down and I may be able to pour you some tea.
Oh! What is that? Energy polish?
Mister, that's tea.
Prohibition has given rise to a new wave of organized crime. Violent gangs now control the distribution of alcohol in every major city. Anyone who gets in the way better make sure he's caught up on his insurance premiums.
Federal agents and local law enforcement work night and day to fight the rising tide of criminal activity.
Freeze! Don't even think about it. You're all under arrest.
Still, all too often, they find themselves under-equipped and outgunned.
Criminals are getting bolder. Each one fighting for his own piece of the pie and doing whatever it takes to get it. When the law becomes an afterthought, and ill-gotten gains are ripe for the picking. What's a person to do?
And that's the question folks everywhere have been asking themselves. And it's made my job that much harder. Well, I'm the sheriff here in Wallace. It's a quiet town. For the most part. Right at the foot of the Shenandoah Mountains and just far enough away from Washington, D.C. to not get caught up in all the craziness of the big city. And with Doc and Timmy Gooding and their gang of cutthroats making waves in the capital, the last thing we need is any part of that trouble. I think you'll like it here in Wallace. Say, if you're here for the night, why don't you head down to the Wallace Hotel? Mrs. Hill will see to it that you have everything you need.
Howdy, gents, if you're feeling spent, get comfy and rest a spell.
Put up your feet, grab something to eat, and stay at the Wallace Hotel.
Traveler, come see what we have here. It's luxury and it's swell. We'll find you a room with a view right here at the Wallace Hotel.
And if you're bored of a thing, something awful, we have something for you. Quite unlawful.
Though these days it is risky,
You'll get your choice of a beer or whiskey. Come by, give us a try. We've lots of the stuff to sell. If you need a drink, just ask with a wink. When you're needing solace, just ring on the bell. Right here at the Wallace Hotel.
Howdy, Mrs. Hill.
Merrill Keller, come on in, son. I'm glad you're here. I haven't got enough liquor left to make a mouse tipsy.
Business is up, eh?
Been watering down that shine for a week, waiting for you to bring me some more.
Well, I got you 4 barrels with enough kick to knock your socks off. Already loaded them in the bar, too.
Good. You checking in?
I'll stay a night or two.
Meryl!
Julia! Why, you look as beautiful and as radiant as ever. But there's something missing.
Oh?
Oh, let's see. Your hair is perfect. Your eyes could bring a man to his knees. And your smile's just a ray of sunshine. I just can't figure it out. Now, what's that?
What is it?
See? Now you're just a perfect angel.
Meryl, it's lovely.
I reckon any angel would have more sense than to fall for you. Listen, Meryl, I appreciate the extra business, but you don't have to rent a room every time you run a shipment of liquor into town.
Well, I figured that if people saw me come into town every month for no reason, that they'd think I was up to something.
Well, whatever you need to do to avoid suspicion. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take care of some guests who aren't trying to steal my own flesh and blood away from me. Evening, folks. Welcome to the Wallace Hotel.
What's in the bag?
I brought us a couple bottles of the good stuff.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Calling me an angel 1 minute and trying to turn me into a devil into the next. Now put that away before somebody sees it.
Okay, suit yourself.
You folks checking in?
Yes, we're on our way to Washington, but we saw a storm rolling in and thought we'd better get off the road for the night.
Ah, well, I'm happy to accommodate you. My name's Mrs. Hill. My daughter, Julia, will help check you in, and we'll do everything we can to make your stay comfortable. Mr.
Abbott, Chuck Abbott, my wife, Sarah, my children, Harry and Goldie.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Julia, check the Abbotts in. I need to have a talk with Romeo. Okay? These guests will need help with their bags. There's a man here with a business proposition
For me?
for the both of us. He's in the business of supplying liquid contraband to the people of our nation's capital, and he's in the area to make some extra contacts. Might be just what you need to make it big.
What's his name?
It's Curtis Anthony.
Curtis Anthony? You mean the one they call Cutie the Cutter?
You've heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Heard he can throw a knife through a man's heart from 20 feet away, fast as you can blink. I'd love to meet him.
Well, I told him you'd probably be here tonight, so he's expecting to be with us in about 45 minutes.
I'll take your bags and show you to your rooms, folks.
Here, I'll help you.
Meryl! You can grab your own bag.
Hey, mister, your clothes are leaking.
Miss Julia, I believe you and I have a little catching up to do.
I'm putting a padlock on our door tonight, and I own a shotgun!
This is just great. You said you knew every road into these mountains?
Well, you said you knew how to drive.
Well, you sure picked a great road for a high-speed getaway. It's a wonder we're not both dead right now.
Look, George, you're the one who said we needed to cross these mountains in the first place. If you'd kept your eye on the road, my car wouldn't be stuck in a ditch right now.
Well, we're in a fine mess now. What happens when the cops find us with the bank loot?
We'll just have to find a place to hole up until one of the gang can come pick us up.
That means we're behind the 8 ball. And there's a storm rolling in to make matters worse.
Relax. Relax. There's a little hotel about a mile from here. We can stay the night there and then
Oh, that'll be perfect. With our description being passed for every business owner, do-gooder, and law enforcement officer from here to Washington, they'll pick us up in a second.
Listen up, dummy. The cops are looking for 2 bearded men who stuck up the bank. We got the perfect cover. No one will suspect a clean-shaven man traveling with his beautiful wife.
Wife? In your dreams, sweetheart.
Look, it's only for tonight. It'll cast suspicion off us anyway, and you should be so lucky, by the way.
You know what, Elsie? You might be smarter than you look.
Hey!
Let's go.
Well, here we are.
Welcome to the Wallace Hotel, folks.
Good evening. I believe you were expecting us. I'm Mr. Wilson, and this is my wife, Mrs. Wilson.
Oh, yes. Mr. and Mrs. James Wilson, we've been expecting you.
Mr. and Mrs. James Wilson. Jimmy, that's us. I'm so happy I could die.
Don't do that. I miss you too much.
Aw.
You looks like everything is already paid for. You're in room number 5. I'll be bringing your bags up shortly, but you can go ahead and go up. It's just down that hall and up the stairs.
Hi, I'm Harrison Abbott, but you can call me Harry.
Pleasure.
My family and I just checked in for the night.
Yeah, I remember.
You're Peg, right?
Yep.
I'm Harry.
We already established that. Was there something you wanted?
Yeah, I wanted to watch you. I mean, follow you. No, okay, what I meant was I want to be a writer, a newspaper man, you see, and I thought a place like this must have an interesting history, so I wondered if I could spend some time with you and learn all about it.
I mean, if that's what you want, tell me what you want to know.
Evening, folks. Welcome to the Wallace Hotel.
Thought we'd never get here.
Oh, are you our honeymooners?
We sure are.
Perfect. We've been expecting you. Oh. Wilsons have already checked in. You're not the Wilsons?
No.
Well, what a coincidence. We have 2 sets of honeymooners here tonight.
Oh, perfect.
I do have a room available for you. It's a bit cozy, but it'll be perfect for newlyweds.
Wonderful.
Can I get your name, sir?
Stewart!
Washington.
Yes, my name is Washington Stewart. And this is my wife, Billy.
Billy! Is that short for something?
William.
It's short for Isabel.
Oh, that's lovely. Washington?
Washington!
What?
Sign here, please.
I'll take your bags and show you to
Oh,
your
no, you
next
don't. We'll take our own bags upstairs. Thank you very much. Just please tell us the room number and we'll find it.
It's room number 8. If you just go down that hall and up the stairs, you can't miss it.
Here's the key.
Shake a leg, sweetheart.
Can I help you?
Sheriff Phil Rogers?
Oh, yes, I'm Sheriff Rogers.
Agent Max Fiedler on special assignment from Washington.
What can I do for you, Mr. Fiedler?
Agent Fiedler. I just wanted to check in with local law enforcement, let you know I'll be working in your area, gain your insight as I begin my assignment.
I appreciate the professional courtesy, Agent Fiedler. What exactly is your assignment?
My primary assignment is to watch for activity by the Gooding gang in Wallace and the surrounding areas, and to put a stop to it. Beyond that, I intend to identify tavern owners and bootleggers in the area and bring them to justice.
Well, that is quite the undertaking. Will you be in town long?
A few days, a few weeks. It all depends on how openly the Gooding gang moves.
Understandable. And where will you be staying?
I understand there's an establishment in town called the Wallace Hotel. Would you be willing to point me in the right direction?
Mr. Fiedler, I'll do better than that. I'll walk you there myself. It's not too far from here. Besides, the proprietor is an old friend of mine. I'll even introduce you.
I don't know what he has in mind. Let's just hear what he has to say and see if there's any money in it. Here he comes. Mr. Anthony, this is my supplier, Merrill Keller. Merrill, meet Curtis Anthony.
You're it, huh?
Yeah, so you're the one they call Cutie the Cutter.
My friends call me Cutie.
As a joke?
I'm not laughing.
Well, it's just that you're not all what I had pictured.
Unlike some gangsters, I try to keep my face out of the papers.
And I can see why.
Look, maybe you don't like my scars. Maybe you'd like a few of your own.
Gentlemen, let's remain calm and talk business. Shall we step in my office?
Mr. Fiedler, I'll be honest
Agent
with you.
Fiedler.
Right. I'll be honest with you. I'll have to throw a drunk in jail for a night, and I've even arrested a bootlegger or two from time to time. But I do wonder whether a prohibition agent is actually necessary.
We'll see.
And didn't I hear that Timmy Gooden had been arrested? All the papers are saying the Gooding gang's all broken up. What makes you think they'll be acting as far out as Wallace?
Let me explain. What we have here is a rather unique situation. We got Timmy, and he may just be willing to talk. But the power in this criminal organization ain't with him, it lies with Cutie and Doc. On the bright side, we cut off their main source of liquor. Their suppliers with Timmy locked up in the clink. And their clients are probably starting to bicker, showing up at the bar to find there's nothing to drink. Now their main goal is to keep the alcohol flowing, to prevent their business from slowing. They will soon hire a new supplier who'll stay. But it's my job to prevent their scheme from succeeding, keep the gang financially bleeding. It is my duty to deny Cutie his day and show him crime doesn't pay.
And I'll offer you wealth beyond measure. What I bring you is a deal that you cannot refuse. I have sources, and this one in particular says you're exactly the guy to get me quality booze. In return for your copious liquor production, we can give you more money than you've ever seen. Not to mention the perk of the Goodings protection, keeping lawmen away while you are rolling in green. And with your help, we will keep the alcohol flowing, keep our income constantly growing. Like I first mentioned, this thirst quenching will pay. But I'll warn you not to spurn my generous offer. If you do, I'll see that you suffer. I'm a pure mobster and your job's to obey, 'cause no one gets in my way.
Here in Wallace, I am told that the gang has their eye on a young fella with the moonshine and talent they need.
Now I hope that you're someone that we can rely on. What we require is top shelf brew guaranteed.
They'll recruit him by today or the very near future to ensure that their flow of whiskey won't stop.
You should try this to see if the product will suit your requirement for only cream of the crop.
And tomorrow, when we keep the alcohol flowing, many other people are going to be buying into this crime syndicate's way. So it's crucial we maintain a pretty tight schedule. You can bet that all of us feds will keep their eyes peeled for the guys fielding this plane. Show them crime doesn't pay.
You see, Cutie the Cutter is the key to taking down the rest of the gang.
How so?
Because he's the hatchet man. They're all scared of him. Even Timmy won't cooperate as long as he knows Cutie the Cutter is at large. Finding and arresting him is priority number one.
Well, you definitely got your work cut out for you. Mrs. Hill will give you a good place to rest up, and I'll be happy to help in any way possible.
All right.
Evening, Julia. How's the family?
Oh, the hills are alive and well. It's good to see you, Sheriff.
Good to see you, too. I brought you a tenant. Mr. Fiedler, this is Julia.
Agent.
Right. Agent Fiedler, this is Julia. She runs a hotel here with her mother and her sister.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
So, where do I fit in?
You get to keep selling liquor like you've always done. Only now you do it in the name of a gooding gang. You cut us in, and we keep you protected.
And if I refuse?
You don't want to do that.
Hello, Wallace Hotel. Yes, I'm the proprietor. Why, yes, he is. It's for you.
Yeah. The Oasis, but how? George and Elsie, huh? You sure? Don't worry, I'll find them. I know what to do. I have some business to attend to. I will be back tonight, and I expect an answer from you.
It's the sheriff. I don't want to take any chances. Meryl, see Cutie, I mean Curtis, out through the tunnel. Why, hello, Sheriff. What a surprise.
Why, Mrs. Hill. I've been looking for an excuse to come visit you. One just so happened to walk in. Allow me to introduce to you Mr. Fiedler. Agent Fiedler, yes. The Prohibition agent's just sent in from Washington, and he just finished checking in. Mr. Fiedler, Agent Fiedler, Mrs. Hill will take good care of you as long as you're under her roof.
It's truly an honor to have a federal agent with us. Anyone who puts his neck on the line to uphold the law is welcome in my establishment anytime.
Thank you, Mrs. Hill.
Don't mention it. We'll put you up in our nicest room, won't we, Julia?
The honeyroom suite is already taken.
Well, then our next nicest room?
And the Abbotts took room 6 and 7.
Well, in that case, it's just a matter of personal preference. Do you prefer bed bugs or spiders? That's just a little joke. We guarantee your mattress to be pest-free or you get to keep it.
She's teasing. We'll see to it you're quite comfortable.
Swell.
So how long will you be in Wallace?
As long as it takes to sniff out the... Say, you ever served liquor here?
Why, sure. Right up until the Prohibition began. Even Sheriff Rogers here was a regular customer once upon a time.
Like you said, that was a long time ago.
Are you sure you don't have any liquor on the premises? I would have sworn I smelled moonshine.
No, that's just furniture polisher smelling in a place like this. Seems like we go through a gallon of this stuff a week. Julia, why don't you see Agent Fiedler to his room? So, Prohibition agent, right here in Wallace and under my very roof.
He says he means to bring tavern owners and bootleggers to justice.
Well, if I see any, I'll be sure to let him know.
Listen, Meredith, I don't know if you've been serving liquor here or not, but I'd hope you have a good enough sense now to keep your nose clean, especially with the federal agent in town.
How thoughtful of you to show concern for my well-being.
I'm serious. Look, he has reason to believe that the Gooding Gang is becoming active in this area. Now, if you don't stay on the right side of the law, you could get mixed up with some very dangerous people. I want you safe now, you hear? And you can tell that to Merrill Keller and whoever else you were trying to hide from me when I walked in, too.
Speak of the devil. Merrill, Sheriff Rogers here has something he'd like to talk to you about. I have work to do. Sheriff?
Mrs. Hill.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Well, it's good to see you, Merrill. Have you been?
I've been doing real good.
I'm glad to hear it. Haven't seen you in church lately.
Oh, God sends you to check up on me.
Now. Been hearing rumors that you've been bootlegging.
Oh, you know better than to listen to rumors.
I hope there's no truth to it. I hate to see you throw your life away for no reason.
Well, I figured it's my life, and I can do what I want with it.
Son, if you try to make your way outside the law, you'll come to a bad end. I won't stand by and watch that happen.
And why do you care what end I come to?
Because I knew your pa. Fought by his side in the war, watched him give his life for something greater than himself.
What great cause am I supposed to give my life for?
Well, we live in lawless times. There's talk of gang activity in the area. Could mean trouble for the whole community. I could use a deputy to help me uphold the law and keep our town safe.
Keep our town dry, you mean?
Son, if you think drunkenness...
Don't talk to me about drunkenness. When you were watching my pa die, did you tell me you're going to come home and spend the next 12 months in a drunken stupor?
Now the war left us with a lot of scars, son. Now I'll admit I should have been there for you. But I wasn't. I hid in a bottle instead. But that's a regret I'll carry with me to my grave.
Luckily for you, the Prohibition came along and just turned your life around.
You're wrong, son. The Lord turned my life around.
Maybe you should ask him to be your deputy.
Son!
Don't call me that. I'm not your son.
This is it.
Oh, Jimmy, can you believe we're finally married? We're man and wife.
And what a lovely wife you are. For 24 years I've been waiting, with loneliness growing inside. And now here I am celebrating that I've taken you as my bride.
Our wedding could not have gone better. This day's been so magically right. Each detail I plan to the letter as we start a new life tonight. Oh, what rapture, our very own ever after. No other ending would do. It's a new life together with you. You're dashing, romantic, and courteous, my white knight in bright shining armor.
Of all lovely brides, you're the prettiest.
How lucky I married a charmer.
The moment I met you, I stammered, completely transfixed by your eyes. This evening I'm no less enamored. Each hour brings a brand new surprise. Oh, what splendor, beauty no artist could render. Sharing the love that is true, it's a new life together with you. I'm entirely delighted. I found the desire of my heart.
At last we are fully united, together till death do us part.
Oh, what wonder, nothing can tear us asunder. All of our sorrows are past, it's a new life together at last. All of our sorrows are past, it's a new life together at last.
Here are your bags, sir.
Thank you. Oh, and here's something for you too.
Thank you.
Your bag, Mrs. Wilson.
That's not my bag.
Are you sure?
Yes, I spent hours meticulously packing my bag for our honeymoon. That's not my bag.
Huh. Come to think of it, I'm not sure this is my bag either. Oh well, no matter.
No matter! This is a disaster!
Here's the deal. We're about to have our first argument as a married couple. It's pretty private, and we'd really rather not share all the details with you. Suffice it to say, she overreacts to the mixed up bag situation. I fail to understand how important it is to her. She gets offended at my lack of concern, and I say exactly the wrong thing to make her feel better. This, of course, makes her question my love for her, and she runs off.
Ready?
Ready.
Overreaction to the mixed up bag situation.
Failure to understand how important it is to you.
Offense at your lack of concern.
Exactly the wrong thing to make you feel better.
You don't even love me, do you?
I'm still not even sure what happened. But here's a word of advice, though. When you reach that point in an argument with a woman, do not say. I think when you calm down and come to your senses, you'll see how silly it is to overreact like this.
Ha! Cozy.
Now see here, George, if you think for 1 minute that we're gonna share...
Share? You're sleeping on the floor.
My hero. You know, Doc and Cutie are gonna have some explaining to do. I'm supposed to be a run-runner, not a bank robber. And why'd they want us to go into the mountains with the loot instead of going back to Washington?
What?
Are you sure they didn't tell you what this was all about?
Do I look stupid enough to question Doc and Cutie's orders?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Cute.
Look, you may be content to just follow orders, but I want answers, and I intend to get them. I don't care if I have to hitchhike all the way back to Washington.
What? Listen, if you want to question Doc and Cutie, and you want to confront them, then be my guest. Just give me a good head start in the other direction before you do.
You're all backbone, aren't you?
All that matters is that we ain't been caught by the cops. And we got the bank, though. Listen up, though. I'm in this relationship for the money. I'm not interested in anything you have to offer, and I certainly don't want to take this fake marriage thing too seriously. Besides, pink's not really my color!
What is that?
You tell me!
It's not mine. Was it in the bag with the cash?
There's no cash here, just ladies' clothes and perfume!
There's nothing in here but clothes and a Bible. You lost the money!
Listen up, Elsie, we gotta find that scratch. I don't like the idea both the gang and the cops out to get us with nothing to show for it.
Let's start searching.
Add a ruined dress to the list. Come on, let's get you up off the ground and come sit over here where the rain can't reach you. Sit down and tell me what's really bothering you.
Well, I got married today, you see.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Anyway, I just feel like he doesn't really love me.
Oh dear, now why is that?
We had an argument.
And he hurt your feelings?
Yes, it just felt like he didn't care at all about how I felt.
I'm sorry, dear. No one likes to have their feelings ignored. Not even that new husband of yours.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that if he loved you enough to marry you this afternoon, he still loves you tonight. One little argument can't change that. You still love him, don't you?
Well, yes. I suppose I do.
Now, you really didn't expect that you two would get married and never have another argument, did you?
No.
Good. Now, the reason that you felt like he didn't love you is because your love is still brand new. He hasn't learned to put your needs ahead of his own. And I'll bet that maybe you haven't learned to put him first either. Something you'll both have to master.
Do you think we'll ever manage it?
Not without a few little arguments along the way. Now, if your one day was anything like mine, I'll bet you haven't had a bite to eat since breakfast, have you?
Not much.
Well, let's head up into the kitchen and see if Mrs. Hill has anything to brighten your spirits, then we'll send you right on back to that man who loves you.
Meryl, I wish you would talk to the sheriff again and tell him to reconsider. Think of it. A deputy.
No, thanks.
But it would be so perfect. You'd have a job here in town. We could settle down together. You can stop making that awful moonshine.
Now, why would I want to stop making moonshine? It's my ticket to a better life. And with this new offer from Cutie the Cutter, I can actually make a name for myself.
And a lot of good that will do you if it gets you thrown in jail.
Don't worry about that. Take care of myself.
Do you really want to work for someone who calls himself the Cutter? That moonshine is risking you and everyone around you, and for what? A little extra money?
Can't you see it's not about the money? It's about being more than just a boy from the sticks. It's about giving you the kind of life you deserve. Picture me with stature. Picture me with sway. Sunken hardly capture what I'll be someday. Picture you in satin. Picture me in suede, living in Manhattan, where we have it made. Finally, I'll prove I'm a standout. I'll make it big, let no man doubt. Darling, my triumph is planned out. Wait and see. No longer only surviving. Soon will at last be thriving. Brilliantly feeling alive and free. Can't you see what I'll be?
I don't need a castle. I don't need much gold. If I'm yours, my glass will always be half full.
Well, hello, Sheriff. Nice to see you again.
Mrs. Hill, I wonder if you'd be good enough to go and fetch Mr. Fiedler from his room for me. I may need his help.
Certainly.
Now, the rest of you need to know that there are some dangerous criminals in the area. There was a holdup at the Oasis Bank earlier this evening, and they were last seen headed towards Wallace.
How many robbers were there?
How much did they steal?
Now, the description was of two bearded men driving a black car. They're both armed and made off with $40,000.
40,000?
Mr. Fiedler, I wonder if you... Right, Agent Fiedler. I wonder if you would like to help me search the area for some bank robbers? Could be a great way for you to learn the lay of the land around here.
Glad to help. What bank did they hit?
The Oasis Bank over in Yedo.
The Oasis? That bank has ties to the Gooding gang. This could be a huge development.
Well, come on then. I'll fill you in on the details on the way. Right. Oh, give me a minute. Meryl, would you like to join us? There's a $500 reward out. Could come in handy for a young man like yourself.
I'll sit this one out, Sheriff.
Alrighty. Suit yourself.
Wow, a bank robbery. Do you think they'll catch the thieves?
I think the thieves are here.
What? Here? At the hotel? What makes you think that?
Well, do you remember that couple checked in earlier? The ones who were pretending to be on their honeymoon?
What makes you think they were pretending?
Oh, the way they talked, I could just tell they hated each other. Either they're not married or their honeymoon is long over. Besides, she was wearing men's loafers.
But you think those two are the bank robbers?
Just think about it. If they had to sign in under false pretenses, that would make a lot of sense. And if she had to dress up as a man to rob the bank, that would explain the loafers. And one more thing, I bet you anything his name is naturally Washington Stewart.
That's great and all, but we have no way of knowing that for real.
We could check his wallet for identification.
You nicked his wallet?
He was being a jerk. I'll let you in on a little secret. Every now and then, when a guest is rude and doesn't give me a tip, I lift their wallet to teach them a lesson.
Unbelievable.
I only take $1 or two, they never notice the money's gone, and then I just leave it out where they can find it, and they think they've only dropped it. Sometimes, I even return it myself and collect a little reward.
Unbelievable.
So, are you ready to hear a robber's actual name?
Sure, why not?
Charles Byron Abbott.
Hey, that's my dad's wallet!
He must have dropped it! Our robber's actual name was George Nathan Guest.
Harry, have you seen my wallet? I just realized I forgot to tip this nice young lady, and now I can't seem to find it anywhere.
Funny you should ask. Peg was just telling me here that she actually has your wallet.
Young lady, here is a tip for your services and a bonus for finding my wallet.
Thank you, Mr. Abbott.
No, thank you.
Unbelievable! Okay, let me ask you something. If you suspected that the robbers were here at the hotel, why didn't you tell the sheriff?
Well, because I only just now figured it out. And besides, there's $40,000 hidden somewhere in this hotel, and I can get us into every room.
I think I get it. This way we can solve the crime, turn in the cash, and collect the reward.
Sure!
So what's the plan?
Well, we'll just wait for a time to sneak into the room, and then we'll search for the dough.
But what if they catch us?
Then they'll start kissing. They'll just think we're looking for a private place to get in some necking. Maybe we should practice right now. Well, I suppose we'll have to hope they don't catch us. I have to go do something, but I'll meet you at your room later.
Unbelievable.
All right, we gotta find out where our bags went.
I bet you that girl swapped our bags on purpose. If I get my hands on her.
Calm down. She had no way of knowing we had 40 large in our luggage. She probably just took it to the wrong room.
Still, she better hope I don't catch up to her.
Say, didn't that dame say there was 2 sets of honeymooners here tonight? I bet our bags got sent to their room.
Let's check the ledger.
What did you say their name was?
Wilson.
There it is. Room 5.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, this is not good. Not good.
What's the matter?
Cutie's here.
What?
Cutie, the cutter. He's here. We gotta go right now.
Hold on a minute. I don't see Cutie's name anywhere. Look, that says Jules Verne.
That's the name he uses when he wants to go incognito.
Oh, come on. That could be anybody.
Listen, Elsie, I've worked with this man for a very long time. He's here. Right now, in the building. We gotta go!
Wait a minute. Why are you so eager to get away from Cutie? He could help us find the bank loot.
Bad idea.
George, what aren't you telling me?
Nothing.
You said we were stealing the money for the Gooding gang.
Not exactly.
You told me we were stealing the money for the Gooding gang.
More like from the Gooding gang.
What? You tricked me!
Keep your voice down! We don't want Cutie to hear.
I hope he does. I'll tell him the whole thing was your idea.
Oh, because we both know what a reasonable guy Cutie is, huh? I'm sure he'll let you off the hook.
We have to go.
Agreed.
After we find the money. But you said it yourself. If we're gonna be on the run from the cops and the gang, we're gonna have something to show for it. Move.
This is the honeymoon suite. If we're lucky, our bags will be here. We'll retrieve them and then you and I can hit the highway. At last we will be in the clear.
What if they've opened them up? If they snitched, we'll do 20 to life. Maybe they won't give them back.
Relax, I'll persuade them with my knife. Knock, knock. Elsie, he's found your disguise, so the money should be near at hand.
Turn the room upside down. We can't rest until we find it. I'm not giving up 40 grand.
What is the meaning of this? I demand that you exit my room.
George, there's no sign of the cash.
That's it, pal, you're one unlucky groom. Knock, knock.
Honey, I have a request. I've been giving advice to a bride. While our talk did her good, I'm afraid that in a hurry, we left all her luggage outside.
Where is it now?
On the porch.
I'll retrieve it and bring it upstairs. Then take it to room number
5. Turns out our room is right by theirs.
Knock, knock.
Wake up, be quick.
I'm back.
What's up?
Oh, where is Jimmy? Oh, no.
Pipe down, it's time.
He's coming.
Soon be here, get ready. We are gonna solve a robbery. Goldie, I think I'm in love from the moment she came into view. She awakened in me, arousing hunger for adventure like no common squirrel girl could do. Peg, heavenly Peg, that's a name that my heart can't ignore. Peg, unbelievable Peg, and soon she'll be knocking at my door.
Knock, knock. Harry, we have to move quick. Our whole plan is dependent on stealth. We must open the door, find the cash of the oasis, and sneak off with all of that wealth. Now comes the dangerous part. Bet your life will be killed if we're found. Silence is critical here. From now on, we mustn't make a sound.
Knock, knock.
Mr. Wilson! You were alone in your room? When 2 goons came to knock at the door.
Yeah, I didn't Get that part?
They attacked you, and then you blacked out and reawakened, tied up and gagged on the bed?
That doesn't even rhyme.
They should have left him on the floor.
That's gonna bother me all night. Those are two dangerous crooks.
Thanks a lot, yeah, I got that idea.
You should be glad you're alive.
I must go and find my wife now. Via? No. Maria?
Sia?
Sia. Yeah, that'll work. I must go and find my wife now, Sia.
Knock, knock.
He's weird.
What's this? My room!
We've got to find that money.
Freeze!
Oh no!
Where'd she go?
Split up.
We can't let her go talking.
Wait a minute, I don't have a gun.
What happened to your gun?
I left it in the bag with the loot.
Well, why didn't you keep it on ya?
It didn't match my dress.
Face it, the money is gone. We've uncovered each cranny and nook. We can only assume that our thieves already vanished with every dollar they took.
And that is a rational thought, but a false one as it would appear.
How can you be so sure?
Just one thief is on his way back here.
Goldie, hide! Hurry! You know what to do.
Knock, knock!
We're kissing!
Looks more like snooping to me. I'll teach you to stick your nose where it don't belong.
Stick your nose in this!
Ah! Oh!
Run!
No!
She left her luggage on the porch. She left her luggage on the porch. She left her luggage on the porch. Now, to take it to room number... Oh no, what room did she say it was? She said it belonged to a bride. How many brides could there be here tonight? How many brides could there be here tonight? I'll just ring for Mrs. Hill and have her tell me where the bride's staying.
Quick, in here!
If he finds us here, we're dead.
Don't be so sure.
No, wait, a secret passage?
Where does it lead?
To an old place out back where we don't take most people. Quick, inside! Mr. Anthony?
Have you decided to accept my offer?
We've been talking it over.
Why don't we step into the office?
Mom, the bank robbers are here. One of them tried to kill us.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You sure the bank robbers are here?
Yes, someone should call the police.
No one is calling the police.
Look, we'll keep you hidden, but I can't have crooks running around threatening my daughter and my guests.
I said no one is calling the police. I've got a score to settle with these robbers, and I don't need some backwoods copper getting in my way.
It may interest you to know that I keep one of these in the desk drawer, and I say we're calling the sheriff. Now, I don't care about your personal business with these crooks, but I'll thank you not to commit acts of violence in my hotel.
Is that so?
Careful.
Watch it. All right, put the gun on the desk. Everybody, into the tunnel. Nice and slow.
Elsie! There you are! Where have you been?
Finally caught up with that bride. Tackled her out on the porch.
Elsie! I saw Cutie.
Did he see you?
Do you think I'd be standing here if he did? No, I made myself scarce, and we should too.
We better find that money quick. Hey, maybe we should ask that groom if he knows anything.
He got away.
What?
I caught some kids snooping in our room. They must have untied him.
Okay, so what'd you do to the kids?
They got away too.
Can't you do anything right?
No! Do you want to just stand here and argue until Cutie comes back, or do you want to help me find the dough?
Okay, let's go. You smell like perfume.
Doesn't anyone answer that? Julia.
We found an abandoned jalopy on the road not too far from here.
It matched the description of the car used by the bank robbers.
We figured someone at the hotel may have seen something.
So we like to knock on a few doors and see if any of the guests here have any information.
I'm sure that would be fine.
All right. Do go and let your mother know.
Oh, I'll go find it right now.
We'll split up. I'll take the rooms on the first floor, and you can take the rooms on the second.
Boy, I just don't know, Mr. Rogers.
What did you call me?
Sheriff Rogers. Are you sure it's safe to split up?
I reckon so.
You got it.
Doesn't anybody work here?
Any luck with that knot, Meryl?
It's a little slow going. I can't really see what I'm doing.
Harry, do me a favor and lift the end of my apron.
You have a knife?
Where did that come from? I lifted it off of Cutie before he tied us up.
Good girl.
Is this my journal? This is private.
Juicy, too. You really think I'm delectable?
Unbelievable!
Hold on a second. I've been looking for this. Really? Perfume?
It's rose water.
You guys hear that?
Behind the bar.
Mrs. Wilson!
What happened to you?
You were looking for your husband when you found two people ransacking your room. You tried to run for your life, but one of them chased after you, marched you here at gunpoint, and tied you up and left you.
human?
And this was supposed to be the happiest day of her life.
How do you do that?
It's a girl thing. Honey, you've had a rough night. Meryl, get her some tea we keep back here. Thanks. Have some of this.
Oh, I think something's wrong with that tea.
Well, now that you're feeling yourself again, let's head back to the office so we can figure out what to do with Q. All right. First thing we need to do is to call the sheriff and let him know that both of his bank robbers are here. After that, we can worry about what to do with Cutie.
Hold on. If we bring in the sheriff now, that offer from the Gooding gang will go straight out the window.
That offer expired when he put a knife to my daughter's throat. You're not telling me you still want to do business with him?
No, not really. But if we if we send him to the cops, he's likely to rat us out.
I don't think Cutie's the type to let the cops do his dirty work for him.
Fair point.
Hello, operator. The storm must have knocked out the line.
Wait a second. The sheriff's already here. Hey, Sheriff!
He's been stabbed.
Phil, how did this happen?
Who did this to you?
I'm sorry.
No, God help him, no!
Meryl? What happened?
He's been stabbed.
Was it Cutie?
Him or the bank robbers.
Cutie is responsible for this. If he hadn't have tied us up, this wouldn't have happened.
Meryl, please, don't do anything foolish.
He had no right. I'm gonna make him pay.
Darling, we all love Sheriff Rogers, but seeking vengeance.
He killed our friend and he won't stop there. I have to take him out.
If you murder him now, you will be just as guilty as he is.
Don't tell me what I'm guilty of. God, are you even out there? Why does a man like you deserve to die? The only man whose voice could help me hear your call. God, if you want me to turn back to you, why'd you make me watch another father fall? Should I give up and accept that God doesn't care? Should I just get revenge, whatever it takes? If I do that, I'll be turning my back on all that this lawman stood for. In fact, all I would have in the end is what I make with each mistake. How can I move forward when I'm lost inside? I can't find my balance when my world's a tilt. See, Taking vengeance might give me direction now, but I can't escape the shroud of guilt. I'm broken. The blood of an innocent man is on my hand. A man who compelled the sinner to give up his greed. And no other hands drove home the blade. Was it because of the choices I made? Was it my criminal life that made him bleed?
Let him be free.
I'm just as responsible as anyone for making this happen. How could I not have known that sooner or later it would come to this? Is it hopeless? Can I change this? Choose another way. I'll try. God, I want to change. Please show me what is true. I'll listen, Lord, I swear that from tonight I'll honor you and do what's right. Show me how to dedicate my life to you.
Meryl,
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
We moved the body, but I thought we should take this off of him.
I'll take this.
What are you going to do?
Well, before the sheriff died, he made me his deputy. I'm gonna do my job.
be careful.
Now you all find somewhere safe and stay there. Peg? Where's Peg?
Where's Harry?
What am I going to do with that girl, Meryl?
If I find her, I'll keep her safe. And Harry too. Goldie, isn't it? Stay with Mrs. Wilson. She'll take care of you.
And if you see my husband,
I'll keep him out of harm's way. Don't worry. Keep everyone safe till I'm back.
Meryl.
Thanks.
It's a good night for solving a nefarious crime. Though it seems like this mystery has no reason or rhyme. Could there be trouble brewing in the Gooding gang's ranks? And is that why those robbers hit the Oasis Bank? They were heading for Wallace with their ill-gotten loot, never knowing I'd be in town to give them pursuit. They'll be caught unawares when I discern where they went, 'cause I'm one steely bloodhound and I'm hot on their scent. I'll discover the secrets, I'll uncover the plot. I'll follow each lead until the villains are caught. And if there is a witness at the Wallace Hotel, I'll knock on their hold your horses, I think something's wrong. What have we here? It appears years I've unearthed another break in this case. Such a simple device to hide a lawbreaker's face. I can capture these robbers using this as the bait. They'll set foot in my trap if I remain here and wait.
Chief! Hey, this is my room.
Hold it. Hands where I can see them. You're under arrest.
But I didn't do anything wrong.
Perhaps you'd care to explain how a disguise that was used in a robbery earlier ended up in your room.
That's not even mine.
Sure. That's why it was on your bed.
But I was...
Save it for the jury. I caught you red-handed. Your partner, too.
Room number 8. Yes, that doesn't sound right at all. Of course. Room number 5. It's the one right by ours. Sorry I'm late, but I've returned with the goods.
Stop right there.
Who are you?
I'll ask the questions. Hand it over. You're under arrest.
There must be some mistake. I'm not a criminal. I'm just Chuck Abbott, my wife and I are staying here.
Got any identification?
Sure.
George Guest. Any other lies you'd like to tell me there, George?
That's not mine.
Just like this isn't your, gun or your, stolen bank loot?
Nonsense! That's not even my bag. I found it on the porch.
Of course. I always leave bags of stolen cash lying around on porches, don't you? Shut up.
You didn't happen to see who was with the bag? Pretty girl, white dress?
That's enough out of you. I'm conducting this interrogation. And while we're dispensing with facades, we might as well do this. I gotta hand it to you. You did a great job getting this thing to stick.
You're crazy.
Enough. You're coming with me. March. You too, monkey suit. Let's go. Should have brought another set of cuffs from Washington.
What?
No sudden moves, George. I've got an itchy trigger finger. Careful, folks. I've got a couple dangerous criminals here. No one can understand your genius.
Thank goodness! That man's a lunatic! He was waving a gun in my face! You too, huh?
That's for slipping away earlier.
Oh, we finally have the bank loot. Thank goodness.
Sarah! Any second now, lunatics with guns are going to come bursting through that door. We have to run!
Honey, what happened?
No time to explain! Through the window!
Can you pick the lock?
What's the point? We have the loot. Let's get out of here.
You better make sure it's all that first.
Quick! It won't take them long to realize we took the balcony.
Oh, Chuck, the kids are gone!
Yes! That means they're nowhere near the danger. Follow me. Run!
Let's beat it.
Well, George and Elsie.
Cutie!
Cutie,
Been busy.
Yeah, nobody needs to get hurt.
Wrong.
We got the money. Right here. You could say you never saw us. Doc doesn't need to know.
Who do you think you're talking to? You don't get to double-cross me and live.
Cutie, you don't know the whole story.
I know how it ends.
Forget something? Well, I'll be happy to let you know that my gun has plenty of bullets. Here, I'll let you have some. Elsie, I need my gun back.
I prefer to use my knife anyway.
Now, you're gonna walk away. Boo! Ah! Oh! Thanks for having my back out there!
Oh, anytime.
We gotta go through the window. We can jump to the ground from the balcony.
Are you kidding? A fool like that could kill us.
What do you think he's gonna do? Come on!
Fine.
Cutie! Cutie.
Look who changed teams. Too bad, you had a lot of potential.
You're under arrest.
I already told you, kid. No one gets in my way.
Wait, is that Mrs. Hill's gun?
So?
Well, she tells me she doesn't put any bullets in it. Now, you're going to jail. Here's the deal. He is about to throw a knife at Tim. He's going to dodge it. It's a pretty dangerous stunt, and we'd really rather not anyone get hurt. So we're gonna do it in slow motion. Ready?
Ready.
Said you're going to jail. Now come on.
Wow. You're a real piece of work, aren't you? Who is this creep?
It's Cutie the Cutter. As sheriff's new deputy of Wallace, I've just arrested him.
Cutie the Cutter? Well, what's he doing here?
He actually came here for me. I was a bootlegger and he came to recruit me.
You pinched Cutie the Cutter? I don't care what you used to be. You got yourself a new best friend. Deputy, there's still work to be done. I caught one of the bank robbers, but the other one seems to have given us the slip. Where's the sheriff?
Dead.
What?
Stabbed.
By him?
Drop dead.
We don't know if it was him or the bank robbers. We can't say for sure.
How about it, dirtbag? Sing!
Swear I'm not a criminal! I'm on my honeymoon! You're it. You're Mr. Wilson.
Yes, Jimmy Wilson.
Sir, I think his wife's downstairs.
Is she all right?
She's a bit rattled, but she'll be all right. Let's head downstairs and sort this all out.
Telling me Why, we just loaded 4 barrels of what looked like beer and whiskey into the back of some stranger's car in the pouring rain.
Well, we couldn't leave it in here.
Whose car was that anyways?
Cuties.
Are you crazy? Your behavior's unbelievable. This time you have gone too far. What would make you want to heave a whole tavern in that killer's car?
Don't you know that cops investigate murders and we had one here? And I wouldn't underestimate trouble if they found that beer.
That may be, but the trouble will return. Just wait and see. Cutie's not the kind of person who might be amused by being used.
I need someone unbelievable, smart and brave to have my back. Hand in hand we could achieve a goal. There's another case to crack.
I've endured assault and battery and witnessed a homicide. So while I enjoy your flattery, let's just say I'm petrified.
Don't refuse.
I am terrified.
What's to lose?
But the sheriff died.
Time to choose.
Be aware if I do, we do this my way.
Deal.
Now we're walking arm in arm as we try the inconceivable. Partners joined in perfect harmony. Feeling unbelievable. Peg, I need to tell you something.
Someone's coming! Quick! Hide!
You think you saw where we went?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Is this where you tied up that broad?
Yeah, I left her behind the bar.
She's gone!
What?
Great, that's one more witness to make our getaway harder.
Look, at least I caught her. What about those kids that gave you the slip?
At least those kids won't be snitching to that sheriff.
There's another thing. Now that you've gone and killed the sheriff, we're gonna be wanted for murder.
What was they supposed to do? Let him arrest us?
I don't know. Either way, we have to get out of here. Let's go steal one of the cars out front and make a break for it.
You won't make it 50 yards with the road washed out like it is.
Well, do you want to take your chances on the road? I'll wait here for Cutie to find us.
Good point. Hey!
George!
These kids have got in my way one too many times.
George, put the gun away. I am not going down for killing some kids.
I'll teach you to leave well enough alone.
I'll take that. I've been wanting to do that since we left Washington. What? If either of you gets any ideas about following me, I'll give you a taste of what he got.
He's still breathing. Go get help.
But...
Go get help now!
I think we lost them.
Well, in that case, I'll ring for Mrs. Hill, and then she can call the police.
With that, oh, nobody ever answers that bell.
Well, let's find out.
Mom!
Goldie! Wait! Where's Harry?
Disappeared with Hank.
Mrs. Hill, you've got to call the police immediately. There are armed lunatics running rampant through your hotel. We barely escaped with our lives.
Well, I'm glad you're all right, but we can't call. Our phone's dead and our sheriff's been killed anyway, and his deputy's already here.
Wonder where Agent Fiedler is.
Jimmy, thank God you're all right.
Why do you have hair in your mouth?
Thought you'd given me the slip, didn't you, George?
Deputy, arrest that man! He's a menace!
I'm arresting you! You're the bank robber!
No, he's not.
He's not?
Mom! Meryl! Somebody's been shot! Harry! No, Harry's fine. It was the bank robber, George. The woman did it. She's stealing a car right now to make her get away. If you hurry, you might be able to catch her.
What about the shooting victim?
He's not looking very good. Harry's with him now.
You go for the girl, I'll check on him. Mrs. Hill, cover the prisoner.
I'll show you through the tunnel.
But that's where we used to serve liquor.
Is there something you need to tell me before I go into that tunnel? Are you sure your serving alcohol is in the past?
After today, I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
If I find one drop of booze.
Go, do what you need to do. I'll be here when you get back.
Mr. Wilson, I think it's time for us to resume our honeymoon.
Not until we found our bags. I know how important they are to you. Mrs. Hill, I would like
I don't care about the bags.
to... Do let us know if you find them.
What is the meaning of this? Get your hands off me! This is outrageous!
As sheriff's deputy of Wallace, I'm placing you under arrest.
On what grounds?
Well, for starters, stealing a car.
It was my car!
Then why, pray tell, was your car full of booze?
What I meant to say was I thought it was my car. My car looks just like it. It's an innocent mistake.
You seem to be carrying what seems to be the stolen Oasis bank loot.
What? That's not even mine. Someone at the hotel must have switched my luggage.
We can add murder to the charges. I've got a stiff with lead poisoning back there and 2 witnesses who say you're the one who put a bullet in him.
Now hold on, you can't prove anything. It's my word against a couple of kids.
I never said my witnesses were kids.
Oh, Harry! I'm so glad you're all right. You could have been killed!
Yes, we all could have. Deputy, I expect you want statements from all of us, but could we wait until morning? We're all pretty shaken up, and I think it's time we were all to bed.
Yes, Deputy, I think all witnesses can be interviewed in the morning.
Yeah, well, we can't take these 2 down to the jailhouse till the storm dies down, so we might as well.
Handcuff them together, then take the bank loot back to your room. See to it that no one comes near it. Mrs. Hill? It appears I owe you an apology. I fully expected to find liquor at the other end of that tunnel, but the place was clean. Please accept my apology. I misjudged you.
You were just doing your job.
It didn't even smell like booze down there. It smelled like rose water.
Good morning, Agent Fiedler.
Morning.
I thought you might like some coffee.
Thank you.
No trouble with the prisoners?
Not a peep. Makes it all the more difficult to stay awake.
Oh, perhaps you'd like some breakfast? I have some food in the kitchen.
I suppose I could step out for a bite while these 2 are still sleeping. It's not as if they could slip away on me.
Finally, I thought they'd never leave.
You still any good at picking locks?
Why, so you can kill me and escape?
I could kill you now if you'd like.
Have I taken?
Get us out of these nippers and we're square.
Almost got it. There!
Hey!
I'm done, cutie. Done with you, done with the gang, with all of it. I'm gonna find that bank loot and get out of here forever.
You'll never be done with me. I'll hunt you down.
Unless you find your way out of those bracelets in the next 5 minutes, you're in the big house the rest of your life.
Elsie! Elsie!
She's gone! And it looks like she snuffed Cutie.
He's dead?
No sudden moves. No calling for help. Unlock me. Now, lock yourself to the desk and give me the key. And you, grab air, get over here.
You're gonna help me win this game. Now the ending rolls into view. I'll present you to Beryl, who won't risk a dish so fine. He'll discover how I earned my name. He'll do all that I ask him to prevent any harm to you. Then he'll be mine. As for the money, you can't help but find it funny. Elsie's in for a surprise when she sees what danger lies as she makes for the door. She'll regret turning traitor, finding I await her. She'll be begging for her life at the point of my knife. Then I'll settle the score.
Now, cutie, let's not act in haste. Surely we two can talk this through. Is there nothing that I can do to make you drop that gun? Think of having our whole past erased, starting over completely new. 40,000 for me and you, if we just run.
You're so deluded after everything that you did. You think I would be okay letting you just walk away while I meekly turn tail? Is my alternate ending if we're done pretending? You can bring that cash to me, then I'll let that deputy simply take you to jail. One step closer and your girl is dead.
Don't you harm a hair upon her head.
Meryl, honey, don't be rash.
You should probably yield the cash.
How about I just run instead?
Excuse my candor, but you all should take a gander. What I'm holding in my hands is a weapon that demands that you listen with dread. Now I have your attention. I should also mention, as of now you've been warned not to hurt my firstborn, or I'll fill you with
All right, no one has to get hurt. Meryl, put the gun in the bag. Mitts where I can see them, Elsie. Mrs. Hill, I'm gonna need you to lower your weapon.
I don't think so.
Fine, just don't be too trigger happy. It would be a shame for you to shoot your own daughter. Elsie, bring the bag to me. Nice and slow.
Said you're going to jail.
How about a little help here?
Mother.
Help.
Peg.
Here.
Peg, Mother's bleeding.
It's just my arm. Can't a lady get a little rest after an ordeal like that?
You, madam, are under arrest. Again. And you, miss, have helped apprehend a deadly criminal and recover quite a bit of stolen money. I'll see to it that you get the reward.
Just doing my part, sir.
Deputy, the storm's over. Let's get these two under lock and key as soon as possible.
All right. Up and at 'em, Meatloaf.
Oh, you're it. You're my next victim.
You'll take care of your mom till I get back, all right? Now don't let anyone leave. We still need to get statements from them. You will be all right until I return.
Never better. Peg, help me get Mommy to the kitchen to mend your wound.
I can walk, you know.
There you are.
Hey, Goldie.
I've been working on something.
The Wallace Hotel? What's this?
Well, you know how you've been saying you wanted to be a newspaper man, right? Well, I thought maybe I could help you. We could write about all of this. What do you think?
For one thing, hotel is not spelled Hodel.
That's a T.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, good idea, Goldie.
Say, what's eating you?
It's just Peg. She makes me feel like I've never felt before, like I never thought I could feel. And now we're gonna leave and we'll probably never see each other again. And once she finds out that the money's actually gone, she's never gonna want to see me again anyways.
But that's not really up to her, is it?
What do you mean?
Well, you know how you two are the key witnesses to the murder? Whether you want her or not, you'll be spending plenty of until the trial is over. If she's that to you, you'll find a way to win her over.
Thanks, Goldie.
With Cutie the Cutter locked up, we'll finally have the leverage we need to sweep up the rest of the Goody Gang. Good work, Deputy.
Couldn't have done it without you.
This town's going to need a new sheriff. And after today, I imagine your name will be at the top of the list. You should take the job. He'd be proud.
Meryl, say you'll do it. We'd have a life here together. I know it's not the palace you dreamed of, but it's something.
Well, I'm starting to think I don't need a palace. Maybe a hotel would suit me just fine.
Meryl Keller, you're not spending one more night in this hotel until you marry that girl. Where's my shotgun?
No shotgun necessary, Mrs. Hill. Julia, I'd be the happiest man alive if only you'll be my wife.
Of course I will, darling.
What? She says, oh, it's so beautiful. I'm so happy for you.
You're not going to regret this. Marriage is such an adventure.
Now, Mrs. Hill, about our bags.
Yes, I am sorry about that. Don't worry, I will put my top man on it. That's you, Casanova.
Oh, hey, I found the bags.
Harrison Abbott? What do you think you're doing swapping the bags after I already pulled the switcheroo?
Peg, listen!
Do you know what I could have done with 40,000 bucks?
Yeah, you could have gone on and begun a life of crime just like the old witch you took it from. I couldn't let you do that. I care about you too much.
You were trying to protect me?
Look, I know I'm not the hero type, but it just seemed like someone needed to save you from yourself.
You were trying to save me.
Peg, I think you're swell. I do. But if you're gonna avoid ending up just like Elsie, maybe you should reform a little?
I suppose I could reform. A little bit. If it means that much to you.
It does.
Say, you said you wanted to become a writer, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, you know where I live. Write to me.
Yeah. I'll give you my address.
You mean 1010 Soldier Drive?
What? How did you do that?
You didn't expect me to reform all at once now, did you?
Unbelievable.
Life's about to change.
My heart's rearranged.
These new feelings are strange.
The future's bright.
Who could ever know? Love could alter me so.
In a single night.
Can you turn on your life together? Go hard times will come. Even that everything will be alright.
And in this town,
Life's turned upside down. In a single night. In a single night.
from now on, I'll be working on the straight and narrow path.
I'll be busy keeping order in the goodings after that.
I found solid ground and regained my sight. In a single night.
With the gang put to flight, toppled in a single night. I have hope that we might just even arrest that fellow over in Chicago.
And with the dawn, let our troubles be gone. After today, could it be worth it to forsake the way I've known?
In no time, paradigms go the way of the dodo.
We've all lived to tell in this our final farewell of one who changes we found one night at the Wallace Hotel. One night at the Wallace Hotel.
It's a good night for solving a nefarious crime. It seems like this method has no reason or rhyme. Could there be trouble brewing in the Gooding gang's ranks? And is that why those robbers hit the Oasis Bank? They were heading for Wallace with their ill-gotten loot, never knowing I'd be in town to give them pursuit. They'll be caught unawares when I discern where they went, 'cause I'm one steely bloodhound and I'm hot on their scent. I'll uncover the secrets, I'll discover the plot. I'll follow each lead until the villains are caught. And if there is a witness at the Wallace Hotel, I'll knock on their hold your horses, I think something's wrong. What have we here? It appears I've unearthed another break in this case. Such a simple device to hide a lawbreaker's face that can capture these robbers using this as the bait. They'll They'll set foot in my trap if I remain here and wait.